have a good morning with these recipes. Yes, this is the type of porridges you want to wake up to in the morning or in the evening when you don't really want to eat heavy, but you want to crave or you want to eat some porridge. These are the recipes to go and try, from Hausa Kooko to pap, to your Efie Kooko, to your Tombrown or your mixed cereals, to your normal cocoa, to your cinnamon cocoa, to your roasted cocoa, to your esam pampa cocoa, all of them. But this one, we're not going to be using flour, we're not going to be using maize, we're not going to be using rice, but we're going to be using fonio. And you'll be asking, what is fonio? I'm going to tell you more about it. But first and foremost, let's look at all the things you are missing out by not trying out this fonio porridges. And these are super easy to make. These are more healthy, good and rich in fiber, awesome texture, awesome taste, and awesome nutritional package for you. Low in carbohydrate, gluten free, great for diabetics, great for breastfeeding moms, great for children. And this is a good source of fiber for you as well. It helps your digestion as well. So I'm going to begin with showing you the first type of cocoa I love to do. And for this, I just need half cup of fonio, half teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to add in water. Yes. So you're going to start with 3 cups of water. For your fonio porridges, all you need is 4 parts of liquid. Usually I like to do 3 parts of water and 1 part of milk for most of my fonio porridges. Yes, that's what I love to do. But if you don't want to use liquid milk, you can always go with 4 parts of water. So this goes in, it's going to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, adjust your saucepan lid so that it doesn't end up boiling over. And then this takes actually a shorter time. Within 5 minutes, it's actually done coming to a boil. So around this point, it's going to be all poof, 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 poof everywhere. That is very much okay. I'm just going to stir this up. I'm going to add in some honey or any sweetener of your preference, whether you want to use dates, you want to use any type of sweetener you want. I'm adding in honey to it. And like I said, you can serve this out like this. It's going to firm up, it's going to become more thicker. So if you're going to use milk to eat it, then that texture is okay, because the liquid milk is going to add in moisture to it. But if you're not going to use liquid milk and you're going to use powdered milk, when you're making it, you have to use 4 cups of water in there so you get a very soft feel in there. But I love it creamy, and so I love to add 1 cup of milk to add up to the 3 parts of water I used in cooking it. And this gives you good texture. And even when this one cools down, like, it's still very tasty, very easy to eat. You don't need to add any milk. It comes easy, like just scoop and eat any point in time. You can keep this in the fridge. You can freeze this up and eat it anytime, and that works perfect. Now, the next type is the roasted fonio. So this, I'm just going to roast it up, and I'm going to do this with cinnamon as well. This gives you super, super, super different type of taste, different type of texture. It's just like making your esam pampa and then you fry the esam a bit. It gives you that whole different vibe in there. So you can roast your fonio grains as well, and then you can use it for your porridges as well. You can even decide to blend this to get it very smooth afterwards, or you can use it whole. So I'm using it whole for this, and I'm using just a half cup of it. I'm adding my half teaspoon of salt. And like I keep saying, you don't need too much salt in there. And then my water is going to go in as well. Then once I'm done, I'm just going to just stir it up just a little bit to get everything together. But before that goes there, I'm just going to add in my cinnamon. Yes, so my cinnamon goes in and it comes to a boil. Once it begins to boil, you want to adjust the saucepan's lid. It's very important, else it's going to cook onto it. And then see, voila, our porridge is done. I'm going to then add in my honey to give it some sweetness to it, and then I'm going to serve this out. Yes, so the cinnamon is optional, but it's a good plus to it. Like, you'd really love it with the cinnamon. Without the cinnamon, it's also okay. So this is if I'm serving it with liquid milk. If you're not serving with liquid milk, please make sure that instead of 3 parts of water, you're adding 4 cups of water to get a soft something if you are using powdered milk or you're not using milk at all. But if you want it creamy like mine, you want it easy to eat, then you want to add in that 1 cup of milk once it's done cooking, and that would give you very good like results. Yes, and easy to eat afterwards as well. And I love to do this in sometimes quantities and keep it even in the fridge. And then the next morning I wake up, I just microwave it and I'm good to go. So that's another thing to note. You can also add in extra milk. Yes, Fantinia Kola you can add in extra milk as well. Now, most of us love Tombrown. Yes, and we're going to make this mixed cereal or Tombrown in the Fonio healthy way as well. And this is super easy to also make. You can make this in good quantities and keep. So, you can do this two ways. Sometimes people just have corn, which is roasted, and then they make it into flour. And we also have the mixed cereals, which is a Tombrown. So if you just want to have it like the roasted form, like no other thing in, you can actually just roast your fonio. And with the roasting, it's just like roasting any other grain. But for this, we don't need sun. We don't need any other medium because this is already small and tiny. And you want to be mixing this all through to prevent it from what burning. It doesn't take long to make as well. So like this, you can actually mill it or you can do the mixed cereals. So for the mixed cereals, we're going to start off with some soya beans. Yes, you need to have beans in there, which is a good sort of protein. You can use any type of beans you want, but I would always recommend soya beans. If you don't want soya beans, you can use the black-eyed beans in there. And we're going to roast this. Now, I didn't want my smoke detector to worry me, so I placed a parchment paper over it to roast up without giving me that smokiness in there. Then I went in with my granules in. Then I also fried it or roasted it. Yes, but we're not going to use any sun in here. That is the most important thing. Then my fonio is going to go in. So I'm using 4 parts of fonio, and then for the other part, I just divided it, and then I had the granules, and then I had the soya beans as well. It really matters. The portion you use is matters. Then I'm adding in my spice, so my black pepper, my efem wisa, esru wisa, yes, my negro pepper. Then of course I'm adding some cloves to it. Then I'm going to mix all of these up in there. So just like we make our Tombrown, yes, the spicing also makes it healthier and it adds that tastiness to it. So once I'm done, it cools down. I store it in my glass jar. Then when I'm ready, I just mill it up or I blend it up. Yes. So that's one thing about it. So for this, you just need to just blend this all together to get your flour, and that is all. It's just like you milling your ebrawachi afterwards. Yes. So you're going to mill this, and this mills very easy and it mills very well, and everything is going to inculcate together. Depends on how smooth you want your Tombrown. You can mill this till it is super, super fickle smooth. Yes. That depends on how smooth you would want your Tombrown. Once you're done, pour it into your basin or your bowl, spread it out so that it can cool properly. And then once it's well cooled down, you can pour it into your container or your jar and you can just cover it up. I like to keep it in the glass jar, and to help it stay for longer, sometimes what I like to do is to put a bit of aluminium foil over it and then I close it up. And this is our Tombrown. Whenever we're ready to make our Tombrown, we can go in with it. Aside making Tombrown with it, you can even use it for your preparation and stuff, which I'm going to teach you as well. So half cup of it goes in, half teaspoon of salt, 3 cups of water for a start, yes. And then I'm going to just mix this up and then let it come to a boil. It's so easy to make porridges with fonio. And if you're making this, you won't have to go to your normal Tombrown. Like if you try this, there's no way you're going back. No turning back, no turning back. So you're going to mix this up, and like I said, whenever they begin to come to a boil, you want to adjust the lid of your saucepan so that it doesn't end up boiling into it. And once the foaming is over, you can then decide to cover it fully. And this will give you the same vibe like you're doing your normal Tombrown, because the proteins in the granules, the beans and stuff is going to give you that whole vibe. And once that is done, I'm going to add in the honey or sweetener, any sweetener of your preference. You're going to mix that in. We're going to pour that out into our serving dish or whatever you want to serve it in, and then you're good to eat. So this gives you good taste, good texture, good everything, like bibia, fine. So yes, once this is done, if you want to serve with milk, you can add in your milk and you can enjoy your Tombrown or your mixed cereals. Yes, you can also decide to cook this with the milk as well. Yes, that's also something you can do. And this is the Efie Kooko. Yes, you see in Ghana typically we have the Mbori Kooko. Yes, and I'm going to give you that same vibe. So I started by fermenting this, but I fermented this in a different way. So I used a bit of salt, I used a bit of hot water in. I like to do this like to speed up the process a little bit. Then I poured in my fonio, and the salt, the hot water is also going to check the fermentation of the fonio because I'm making porridge. I'm not really making banku. So I wanted to get it fermented, but I wanted to control it. So that is why I used that in. You can just use normal water and go about it. So after 3 days, when it's well fermented, I pour it into my blender. I add in my spices. So I add in the alligator pepper. Then I also added in ginger, some pepper, yes, habanero pepper, any type of pepper you want, and peppercorn, the negro pepper, and of course cloves also went in as well. Then I gave everything a good blend till it was very smooth. Yes, you want to get this very, very smooth, and a good blend would do that. Then it goes into my saucepan, and we're going to go mixing it up. So you can taste for the salt. If the salt is not enough, just a little bit extra salt can do the trick for you. I'm just going to be stirring this a little bit and leave it to come to a quick boil. Then once it thickens up, I'm just going to mix it all up together. You can try not to cover it up. You can try to just mix from the word go, and that is also going to give you that result. So at this point, it was very, very thick. Yes. And I also covered it up because when you're making Efie Kooko, sometimes you may want to make a little bit lumps in there. So that also kind of helps you as well. So at this point, I'm adding the 1 cup of water because, like I said, if you're making good fonio porridges, 4 parts of liquid is needed. Usually 3 parts of water, 1 part of milk, or if you're using just water, then 4 parts of water kind of does the trick. And since we use 2 cups to ferment the fonio, I'm adding in the 2 extra parts of liquid which is needed in there. And I'm just going to mix this all up to get my cocoa. And this gives you that spiced Efie Kooko type we usually have in Ghana. And I'm adding in my sweetener option to it as well. I love this one. This is like one of my favorites amongst the fonio porridges, aside my super favorite, which we're going to see very soon. So this is that earthy, homey flavor, and this is especially great if you don't have a good taste palette or you're not feeling too well. Because when you're not feeling well, that is when you make the Efie Kooko for you. Yes, then the spiciness and things also kind of helps you. So someone who is sick, who can't eat much, this is something I would really recommend for that person as well. So this is your Efie Kooko you should be trying now. No more corn. Just try the fonio alternative for it, and you definitely would come and thank me as well. And it gives you very good textures. Like I said, if you want the lumpiness, you can go that route. If you don't want it, that's okay. So yes, these are some of the fonio recipes we've seen so far, but let's go to my very favorite, which is the Hausa Kooko recipe. This is my all-time favorite for the porridges, and my second favorite is obviously the Efie Kooko. Yes. So you can also make your pap with it as well. Nigerians love pap, and this is dedicated to my Nigerians. Yes. This is the pap recipe you want to be making with your Acha. Yes. Acha or fonio is the same thing. So this is the pap recipe. Yeah. So for this, you're going to begin with your Acha or your fonio, which I'm going to soak and ferment. Yes. If you want to make Hausa Kooko, you would have fermented your millet. It's the same thing you're going to do here. We're going to soak and ferment this fonio instead of millet for 3 good days. Yes. So you keep it in a place that it can ferment for you. And then after the 3rd day, your fonio is going to go into your blender to get a good blend. So once this goes into our blender to help us blend very well, I like to pour a bit of the water off it. Then I add in my local spices, which is my alligator pepper or efomisa, my esurisa, which is the black pepper, negro pepper, cloves. Then I give all of them a very good blend. And once it's done, I'm now coming to use a cheesecloth to sift this out, because for your Hausa Kooko or for most of this, you want it to be very smooth. So I'm pouring the rest of the water I left out to rinse the blender, and I'm going to take out the water base, which is what I need for the porridge. Then to make this easy, I just place it over some strainer to help me easily get out all the water and then to be left with the chaff in there. So the chaff is what we don't need in for our porridge. So that is what goes out of it. So once we're done with this, we're just going to let this sit in our container for the water and then the food base to separate. Yes, that's how you make Hausa Kooko. And for this, you can just do it the next day or some few hours later. All that matters is that it's separate. Because we've already fermented this enough, we won't have to let it sit for longer to ferment as well. Then you can scoop out the food base into your container, which you can store up and you can use for your cocoa any time of the day, whether in the morning or in the evening as well. So now let's go in to make the Fonio Hausa Kooko. Now that we've made our cocoa base, this is so easy. So you can use hot water. That's one option. So I'm using 1 tablespoon of the base. I'm using just a half teaspoon or quarter teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to use the hot water in bits and I'm going to be mixing it till it forms beautifully into my cocoa. Yes, this is one option or one way to make your cocoa. But your water has to be very, very hot first and foremost. If your water is not very, very hot, the cocoa won't form very well. So that is one thing you need to take note of. And number 2, if you are not great with this hot water type, you can also use the pot or the pan in there as well. And that is how you get very good pap recipe or very good pap texture. So for this, I'm pouring the fermented water which we used. I didn't throw that away. That is going to give you the rich, authentic taste. Add in your salt, cover it up, let it come to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, at this point, you can even put off your heat because once you put it in, it's just going to form. And I would recommend you use a whisk instead of the spoon to give you very good results as well. Then you can serve this with some mixed cereals. Oh my God, this is so tasty. This is so yummy. This is so nutritious. And this is better than pap. This is the best pap you can have in the world. So this is great option in there. And this gives you a very creamy, thick consistency. You can make this lighter with more water and you still get the same Hausa Kooko kind of texture in there as well. So yes, this is way easier, this is way tastier, this is way simpler, this is more nutritious, and this is a lot of things you can be doing with your fonio or your acha. And at this point, I know you'll be wondering, where do I get some of this good quality fonio to use? Now this is what you need to know. If you did finish watching this video and you want to get very good quality fonio to buy, this is the one I would recommend. And you can reach out to Acres Food and you can have this delivered to you anywhere in Ghana. You just have to just call the sales team, or you can send a WhatsApp to the sales team as well, and you can actually reach out for wholesale and retail as well. And I hope you would get your samples to be able to use as well. I'll see you in that next food video. I'm going to be eating more for you. Lots of love for my team and I. Bye.